following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
Macomb's downtown is getting a little brighter with continuing renovations. More on that coming up.
With what happened last year, but we feel that we can do better.
And we hear from WIU officials on how they're feeling about this fall's freshman enrollment numbers.
Plus, an on-campus organization puts on its first ever 5K. Find out how much money was raised. All those stories and more next on Live at 4.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Live at 4. I'm Brianna Desiree.
And I'm Danny Fry. A train crash in New Jersey kills one and injured more than 100. And now investigators are working on to find out what went wrong. The train crashed around 8:45 this morning. The train was traveling from New Jersey to the busiest train station in New York during rush hour. Police have confirmed one has died and more than 110 injured.
The devastating pictures show the aftermath of a massive crash at a busy rush hour train station in Hoboken, New Jersey, just outside of New York City. The passenger train slammed into the station, killing one person who was standing at the platform. The crash happened around 8:45 Eastern Time this morning. Part of the roof of the terminal looks to have collapsed. The NTSB is sending teams to the scene and will look at all possible factors.
Operations, mechanics, track, signals, human performance, and survival factors.
The NTSB says it will look at similarities between this crash and one that happened at the same station in May 2011.
Our TDA specialists are already working closely with local officials in order to assist them in their efforts to assist everyone who is affected by this accident.
A New Jersey freight engineer who witnessed the crash described what he saw.
30 seconds after it happened, I looked to the right. I just saw the train in the building. I'm like, whoa, that train had to come in about 30 miles an hour. Maybe a little more.
This survivor says he was standing in the front car when it crashed.
It was a loud bang, yeah, it just seemed like it didn't stop, and then the lights went out, and then the roof just came down on it.
New Jersey Governor Chris Christie offered his condolences and promised quick action.
We pray for the family of the one fatality that we have confirmed. We're going to work together to make sure that the investigation is seamless and coordinated, that we come to a conclusion as quickly as possible.
Positive train control is designed to automatically stop a train before certain types of accidents occur. The PCT has not yet been installed. Congress originally required the safety system to be installed by the end of 2015, but extended the deadline to the end of 2018. Officials say it is too early to determine if PCT had something to do with this accident.
A 14-year-old local boy is safe after disappearing for nearly 10 hours. McDonough County Sheriff Rick Van Booker says the teen told his classmates that he planned on doing it. He ran away from West Prairie Middle School around 8 Wednesday morning. School officials say he did not show up for his first class, so the school immediately called the police. The boy was later found around 5:30 Wednesday evening.
The city of Macomb is taking another step towards the downtown revitalization project. Residents can expect 10 new lights around the alleyways in Macomb. The lights will cost around $21,000, and the funds are coming out of the Downtown Revitalization Project. Downtown Development Director Kristen Terry says these new lights will still have that historic feel to them.
They put out a lot more light. They're about 250 watts, and they go downward, and they do still have the historic feel and look. But they're amazing. They're a lot bigger, and they have a ring around it to make it look more historic. You'll be amazed.
Residents can expect the lights to start being put up this week and will be completed before the end of October.
Freshman enrollment numbers are down at WIU, but administration is not getting discouraged. According to WIU's website, there are 2,013 full-time freshmen enrolled this fall. In the fall of 2015, there were 227 more enrolled. President Jack Thomas said although numbers are down, he's hopeful about the future.
Overall, we're down, and while we want to acknowledge that we're down, it's really because we graduated a large senior class. What we're really celebrating is the fact that our freshman numbers remained level.
Retention and graduation rates and recruiting, all of that's everybody's job. And so we're very pleased with what happened last year, but we feel that we can do better.
In addition to doing more in-person recruitment, all incoming freshmen received a 3% tuition reduction.
Past and present students of an RPTA program gathered at the Hornfield campus on Saturday for an evening of fundraising, food, and fun at the second annual Lodge and Libations Festival.
The most interesting part of Hornfield campus, it was donated to Western, and throughout the years small improvements have been made. And after a while, when you think about these buildings were built in 1932, it's hard to retrofit them consistently up to where we're at. 2016 space is the biggest constraint.
We're learning about outdoor education as much as we're learning about interpretation, and we're learning about leadership. We're learning about how to work with other people. And to have a place like Hornfield where we can come back and recharge our batteries and call home and call base camp is something that's incredible. And to have a facility like the one that we've been talking about would be something that could only help this program continue for another 40 years.
Fundraising for a new outdoor education building is expected to go on for the next year. This Saturday is the Out of the Darkness Walk. The walks are sponsored by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. They will raise awareness and provide support to survivors of suicide loss. This event will start at 10 a.m. at the Lakeview Nature Center in Macomb. Due to road closures and limited parking, the Lakeview Nature Center will provide a shuttle service from the Crossing parking lot on West Jackson Street between 8:30 and 9:30 a.m.
More than 200 paws will be painted along University Drive and Western Avenue to welcome alumni and visitors to campus during homecoming week. Friday, September 30th, alumni, students, faculty, and staff are invited to participate in the annual homecoming event, Paint the Paws. This year's homecoming theme is Rocky in Space. Our pride is out of this world. Student Alumni Leadership Council Advisor Jolene Hatchett promises this year's event will provide great entertainment with the addition of an all-star alumni team helping paint. 2 Paint the Paws shifts will be held Friday at 1 and 3 p.m.
The competitive tone for homecoming activities is set to begin Sunday, October 2nd. WIU's annual homecoming event, Rocky's Boat Regatta, will start at noon in the Everly Park Pond. Students from various organizations on campus will race across the pond in self-made cardboard boats with the hopes of not sinking.
Former NFL player Mike Wagner will serve as WIU homecoming grand marshal. Wagner will return to his old stomping grounds this homecoming to participate in the 2016 homecoming activities, which will include the homecoming parade October 8th. Wagner played 10 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers and won 4 Super Bowl titles. Wagner will also be recognized during halftime at the Leatherneck homecoming football game against Indiana State.
In the midst of a tragedy, a theft occurs at the vigil of a Major League Baseball player.
And coming up, residents of Macomb have been seeing new pieces of artwork in downtown Macomb. Who made it all possible? Next. And Jason Chauvin has a preview in sports.
Thanks, Bree. We have a big weekend for football with Macomb High homecoming. But first, the WIU men's soccer team looks to improve to 4-0 at home when they take on Green Bay. And as always, JT Grider has a quick look at the weather. JT, what do you got for us?
Hi, Jason. Taking a look outside currently at our Macomb webcam, we see those clouds that have dominated the air today. I'll let you know when we can see another warm-up and some warm rain coming up.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 is back in a moment.
I think just working with everybody in the newsroom, everybody has such a great camaraderie. All the opportunities that I've been given here have just been amazing to expand on that resume. I try not to beat myself up on the mistakes I make because there's so many opportunities. Just giving that experience, and this is how I got to do things in the real world, is really what the broadcasting and journalism department has done for me. When you have a really good show and that everybody nailed it, I mean, that's one of the best feelings in the world.
to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Garrett Covington chose Western Illinois University because of the law enforcement program and the chance to be a Leatherneck.
Western has one of the best law enforcement programs in the nation, and I get to play the game I love. Whether I go pro or I go to law school, because of Western, I would take my success to another level. I am a success story. I am a Leatherneck.
Think purple, think success. Think Western Illinois University.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 continues.
4 days after Miami Marlins pitcher Jose Fernandez died, his high school in Tampa holds a vigil. The high school displayed his jersey, and later that evening it was stolen. The original jersey hung in the dugout for the ceremony. People noticed it was missing during cleanup. The school has filed a police report as the coach pleads with the thief to return it. Fernandez died on Saturday during a boating accident.
In more local news, WIU Dance Marathon is celebrating a successful first 5K. It raised money for children in need over the weekend. More than 60 walkers and runners met at the Old Dairy to go just over 3 miles on Saturday morning. The 5K was held in an effort to bring Dance Marathon not just to the university, but to the Macomb community as well. All the money raised from these events is going toward WIU's goal of raising $100,000 to help kids battling cancer and other illnesses.
I feel that if we have people go to St. Louis to be treated, we can support those hospitals, make it like a more home-like environment. So the kids don't feel like they're going to the hospital, just feels like they're going to a different home for a couple weeks.
The race raised $1,000. The big event will be held on April 1st.
There are 10 sculptures scattered around the Macomb community, and we're not talking about the Rocky statues. They were installed over the summer with the help from the artists. At Monday's City Council meeting, Downtown Development Coordinator Kristen Terry and Mayor Mike Inman thanked all the sponsors involved in the exhibition with a picture of the sculpture they sponsored.
Well, anytime we're introducing art and culture into Macomb, it's a great thing. Obviously, we've gotten good collaboration between us and the university on this project, with Duke Ausler from the Department of Art partnering with Kristen Terry, our Downtown Development Director.
Wayland Ready Mix Concrete donated all the concrete blocks the sculptures stand on. Performing Arts Society gave $1,500 for 2 years for the sculpture exhibition project. McDonough District Hospital, Mid-America, Citizens Bank, Marine Bank, and the WIU Foundation all sponsored the works of art. The sculptures will be up until next summer. New sculptures will then take their place for the next year.
We saw great temperatures this past week, but will they stick around? JT Grider has the Storm Team 3 5-day forecast.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. That ember can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where that ember will land. Only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how you can help protect your community from wildfires.
I think what I love most about NEWS3 is that we're really provided with a real-world experience. We're able to get hands-on work in news, and it's very similar to what you would find in a real newsroom, but everyone around here is really good about pushing you to be your best. NEWS3 has really taught me to believe in myself, and that if you work hard, you can achieve anything you want. News can sometimes be really tricky, and you have a lot of roadblocks. All of us hold each other to really high standards, and I think that really shows in our newscasts.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood.
find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back. Currently here in Macomb, we have a temperature of 74 degrees and the wind out of the north at 15 miles an hour. But across our region, we have a great big divide in temperatures as the areas of clouds have really dominated the sky. We have 62 in Burlington, but then 75 down in Quincy. And then if you look back over here, we have 72 in Galesburg. That's because those clouds have kind of been parting ways and allowing that sun to come in, heating parts of our area, but not too much. For our almanac page, we show 74 degrees, and man, is that fall temperature is what I think. We reached above average by 1 degree. I'm glad that we're finally back to what we should be for this time of year. Our surface map shows high temperature under Minnesota and the northwestern parts of Iowa, and that's holding off that rain band that's slowly wrapping its way around this low that's about right here. And that's going to continue to push off to our east. But this rain, this high pressure is not going to stick around for long. And that rain's going to start pushing back its way right over the night hours. So our Midwest weather tracker shows that rain band that's starting to drop down from the north. And that'll continue to push in our direction overnight. Speaking of that, tonight here in Macomb, we have a chance of rain with our low right around 56 as those clouds will kind of keep parting its way and it'll let that heat from today rise into the air. We have north winds at 11 miles an hour, and that's going to bring some more Canada cool down into the region. For tomorrow, we have cloudy skies with a high of 68. Now, whatever temperature we do lose tonight, those clouds are going to come in and hold it right there. So we're not going to get very much heating tomorrow, but we will get some. And those winds out of the north will continue to bring that Canadian cool air down into our area. For your 5-day forecast, here at the Storm Team 3, we have cloudy skies for tomorrow with that rain chance coming back in tomorrow night, but then cloudy skies on Saturday, keeping our temperatures kind of into the lower averages that we could be expecting. But then looking ahead, Tuesday, we're back in the 80s.
80s. I was not wanting to hear that.
Sorry.
It all of a sudden just turned into fall. I mean, pretty much overnight, and that's kind of right. I think in our wheelhouse. It's just, but you said it's eventually going to get back up there.
A little bit.
But hopefully adjust back in though.
Yes.
Right there you go.
Thank you, JT. Jason Chauvin joins us now with what's next in sports.
Thanks, Bree. Coming up, I have highlights of the red-hot WIU men's soccer team who played host to Green Bay on Tuesday. And the Macomb High Bomber football team returns home tomorrow. Hear what MHS head football coach Kelly Sears has to say about the Bombers' homecoming game tomorrow night. Also, Western Illinois football head coach Charlie Fisher talks about the team and conference before the Leathernecks travel to South Dakota State this Saturday. Coming up next on Live at 4.
We taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Hey, Hard, what's this? That's my resignation letter. You're resigning? Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you eat stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit. I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me. Okay, but remember, it's not what you say. It's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
You make me wear my bike helmet. Taught me never to run with scissors. And to follow the swimming rules.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
My favorite thing about NEWS3 is you're constantly working with someone. If you're not going to work with someone, then your show's not going to go right. NEWS3 has really got me ready and prepared for the outside world. Traveling to do a tornado story, or if that even means traveling to Iowa to cover third graders, I get to work with some fantastic people. It wouldn't be the show that it was today without the production crew, without our anchors, without our talent. It's really a team effort, and I'm beyond blessed to be able to be here.
Welcome back to Live at 4. The Macomb High Bomber football team is looking to make it 3 wins in a row on their homecoming tomorrow night. Bombers head coach Kelly Sears says his team can't get distracted during the homecoming festivities.
You're not going to remember the girl you took to the dance, but you're going to remember whether you won the football game or not. But, you know, the big thing is that we got to come out and, you know, don't waste your energy on all the festivity. Waste your energy on the football game. We knocked off Quincy Notre Dame last week, and, you know, the big thing is that we got to stop the wing tee offense. It's very good. They got some quick backs and got a nice full back. But, you know, they've let some points get up on the board on them this year, so we just got to control the offense.
The Bombers take the field for their homecoming game tomorrow night at 7 p.m. versus West Hancock. Sticking with Macomb High, the Bombers cross-country team hosted the Macomb Invitational on Tuesday. Right to the action after Maya Stovall cruised in at 19 minutes and 18 seconds. Maggie Swanson finishes second on the Bombers and 10th overall. Hallie Evans not far back, sprinting down the stretch, and she makes a couple passes to help her cause at 22 minutes and 22 seconds. Finishing next for MHS in 21st overall was Emma Wolstadter, and her time was 22 minutes and 47 seconds. A little break in between the race before the boys' race. Noah Piles and Zach Zonley about halfway through the 3-mile course. Piles finished 9th overall with a time of 17 flat and was the top Bomber runner on the afternoon. Zonley concludes 19 seconds behind him, and now, check it out, 2 Bombers neck and neck at the finish. Dakota Schelper and Alex Drains in 3rd and 4th on the MHS squad at 18 minutes flat, leaving head coach Randy Ames pleased with the result. Now, the lowest combined score team, the score wins here, and Monmouth Roseville narrowly takes this one with a score of 60, and the Lady Bombers are not far behind in 3rd. To the boys' results, Illini West dominates to claim first place after they did a phenomenal job of running in packs, and Macomb again in 3rd in its own invite. The MHS cross-country team is in action again this Saturday as they travel to take on Elmwood High School at Maple Lane Country Club. Switching focus to WIU now, the Leathernecks men's soccer team looks to took the pitch on Tuesday to take on Green Bay. The WIU men's soccer team looking to make it 2 in a row, taking on Green Bay at John McKenzie Alumni Field on Tuesday. Starting off 6 minutes into the first half, Fernando Pacheco driving right and shoots it just wide to the left. Now 17 minutes in, Alejandro Pacheco has a great give and go with Jacob Bevan, but Pacheco's shot is blocked. Fast forwarding now 30 minutes in, Bevan on the attack puts the goalie on skates and puts it in the back of the net to give Leathernecks 1-0 lead in the first half. That goal marks Bevan's 7th goal on the season. Jumping forward in the first half, Ben Fidge trying to expand the lead, but his shot gets blocked, and now we're in the second half. Green Bay tries to give and go themselves, but WIU goalkeeper Tim Hansen was having none of it. The Leathernecks would hold on to win this one 1-0. The men's soccer team improves to 4-0 on their home field. Tim Hansen holds Green Bay without a goal, which marks his 3rd shutout on the season. And the Leathernecks take the pitch again on Tuesday as they play host to the Milwaukee Panthers. Staying with WIU, the Leatherneck football team has their first in-conference test as they travel to South Dakota State. Head coach Charlie Fisher knows his team has to stay focused as they travel for their 3rd road game of the year.
You have to tip your hat to what South Dakota State has built there and what they've done and behind their football program. And, you know, it's going to be exciting. It's another tough matchup on the road. We've been on the road now 3 of the first 4 weeks, so our guys are getting used to that. And we got to play well and execute well to win. And if we're able to do those things, it gives us great opportunity.
Western looks to start in conference play with a win and looks to make it 4 straight wins to start the year. That's all I got for sports. Final word is next.
Hillary Dunn was convinced that Western Illinois University would invest in her.
My classes, friends, teachers, and activities have had a tremendous impact on my time here.
Hillary's passion for learning and helping others will lead her down a successful path.
Whether I choose graduate school or missionary work, I'll serve to the best of my ability because I am a success story. I am a Leatherneck.
Think purple, think success, think Western Illinois University.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
I'd have to say it's just the fact that you can get involved right away. You walk in the door and you can learn all the equipment. And I've been able to anchor, I've been able to be a DJ on our student-run radio station here. I've been able to work any of the camera equipment and the audio equipment. The fact that you can get involved right away. Everybody's really friendly. They welcome you right when you walk in the door. And you report the news, but you can also have fun stories and hard news stories and conflicting stories. But yet you just get such a real-life experience here at News 3. WIU's annual Town and Gown event is kicking off 2016 homecoming festivities in an hour.
Town and Gown will take place at the Forum downtown, celebrating all President Jack Thomas and Mayor Mike Inman in their accomplishments over the past year for WIU and Macomb communities. The celebration begins at 5:30 p.m. with special surprise entertainment.
Yes. Now, moving on, yesterday, JT and I went rappelling off of Salee Hall. As you can see, I'm a little terrified, but I went down and then JT
You went down in
at me.
heels.
I did. I went down in boot heels. It was terrifying. I was so afraid my feet were going to slip because there was no traction on my shoes.
And I want to point out, and JT, you can look at your form there, JT.
You know
And he spins around.
that training definitely came from basic whenever I got back. So we did 40 foot. I think that was a 40 foot. So
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. But Danny, where was your video?
I did not. I wussied out, chickened out, however you want to call it. I did not do that. I signed the waiver and everything, was waiting in line, saw my opportunity to sneak out, and I said, I am taking that, because last week you saw me try and kick a field goal. I'm not going to try to rappel down the side of, that 40-foot wall. So
Yes, you're making every excuse not to do it. Every excuse.
For sure. Yeah, but we got some things coming up. I mean, JT, what do you have here for some more final weathers?
With the weather this week, it's going to be kind of an uphill climb. We're starting out in a 68 tomorrow with that rain chance. It's supposed to return tomorrow night, but then by the end of the week, by Tuesday actually, 82 degrees and sunny. So we're starting to get back into that warming trend that we saw, I think it was last week. We had that warming trend, and we're finally getting back to it, and I'm not ready for it.
I do not want to go back to the warm.
I do not either.
I was liking the weather today. It was nice and cool and windy. It's nice.
But
rain a little bit on Friday for football games. We have the game of the week in Mount Sterling with Camp Point Central and Brown County, Macomb High homecoming. Is it going to be a little rainy there?
I think they're going to be dodging the raindrops.
Okay, all right. They'll be ready. They'll be ready for that, that's for sure. And that's all for us today.
But we're online all the time. Search our News3 WIU.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Just search our handle News3 WIU. You can also search for us on YouTube and subscribe.
Thanks for joining us this evening. We will be back tomorrow morning at 9 for our award-winning show, Good Morning Macomb.
From all of us at News3, have a great night, Macomb.